Imagine, even for the sake of absurd hilarity, Jersey City without Filipinos. Make that no Max's Fried Chicken on Newark Avenue, no Filipino nurses in Christ Hospital, no Santa Cruzan procession of lights and flowers on a beautiful afternoon in May.
Couldn't even imagine that, to be honest with you. We're thankful to have the Filipino community here. I think they've added so much to Jersey City that there would be a huge hole in Jersey City if we didn't have a Filipino community that we do have today.
20,000 Filipino Americans make up about 7% of Jersey City's population. The number becomes tangible when viewed in terms of the increasing number of Filipino restaurants, bakeries, grocery stores, as well as doctors' and lawyers' offices. In schools, hospitals, and government offices, Filipinos make a strong, undeniable presence. Filipinos began arriving in 1967 when the United States opened its doors to skilled immigrants and family-based petition.
In 1967, then there's a growing Filipino, immigrating here in Jersey City, and one of the reasons why they lived in Jersey City is because it is too close to New York, and it's cheaper to live in Jersey City, and it's only 10 minutes away from New York City.
How the Filipinos turned the ghetto-like neighborhoods in the Newark Avenue area in the 1970s into respectable middle-class neighborhood. And he's a white American, and he told me that the Filipinos were really adventurous. They were the few ones who would venture into buying these properties knowing about the high crime rate in that area. And he told me, I guess because the homes there were affordable, but the Filipinos turned this neighborhood around.
From the moment they set foot in one of New Jersey's oldest cities, the persevering Filipinos began to make their American dreams come true. They worked diligently, purchased homes, and made sure to follow their civic duties by paying taxes on their property.
The Filipino community has contributed to the economic life of Jersey City. Number one, we have more and more Filipinos who own homes, and so of course they pay property taxes. We have more and more Filipino entrepreneurs opening a business, so they stimulate the economy. And then the Filipinos become more affluent, and so there's more money to spend. So we have consumers spending money, and so of course that stimulates the economy. So overall, I would say the Filipinos from those three areas help stimulate or improve the economy of Jersey City.
West Side was where many Filipinos have settled and set up businesses. They ventured into blighted neighborhoods, carving out harmonious spaces for their families. Grove Street in downtown was where many pioneers bought their starter homes. Today, a section of it is known as Manila Avenue, the original settlers reaping the rewards on their happenstance investments. The gang-infested war zone is almost gone. Economic activity, driven mostly by consumption and property ownership, has given way to more high-rises, more schools and hospitals, more sustainable infrastructure. With the surge in Filipino population came the grocery stores and the restaurants, and later the immigration attorneys and other professionals. Retail establishments grew, diversified, and provided employment.
A grocery store in 1973, and following the importation and wholesale, and then a restaurant and a bakery and wholesale.
When I moved to Jersey City, I opted to put my own store. And that's why I moved to Jersey City. The reason why is because I can see there is a lot of Filipinos, huge concentration of Filipinos in Jersey City. Second to Queens, I guess.
Those with houses in unsafe neighborhoods took it upon themselves to set up crime watch groups to protect their families and properties. From this effort emerged a sense of neighborhood cohesion. It would be the start of a burgeoning Fil-Am community.
Perhaps during a time where it was still just changing, it wasn't as safe as it is today where I live. I became active through a block watch on my block, and that's how I became active in Jersey City.
I mean, at that time when we bought the property, nobody wanted to buy property in downtown Jersey City because there were a lot of muggings and so forth. And so during that time, we organized what we call a block watch. And we organized the area into 5 different sections so that each section or each area will take care of 1 day a week. And the men will have their car parked in front of the Grove Street station or the path. And then we will ferry the passengers when they come out of the train station, from the train station to their house. So it's door to door. And that's how we got to know each other. And then during that first year, December, we had a snowstorm. And since our street is a third-class street, the city didn't plow it. And so the men went out to the house with our shovels, and we shoveled the street, and that started the camaraderie. And from then on, then some will bring out a bottle of beer, or during that summer, then we'll have barbecue in front of the house, and that's how we built up our own community.
Today, Philams are in every fabric of Jersey City society, in schools, in government, in churches, in businesses, and entrepreneurship, as well as in civic engagement and advocacy.
Jersey City has a special place in my heart. It's a place that formed my personality, my knowledge of culture and the various cultures, because where I grew up was in Jersey City Heights on Reservoir Avenue. Majority of my friends were Italian, Dominican, Puerto Rican. I was kind of, misplaced outside of the Filipino community, but I got to experience a part of Jersey City that was very diverse. And then when I went to Rutgers in 2003, I joined the Rutgers Association of Philippine Students and got back to my community and my roots. And when I came back and graduated from Rutgers, I decided to stay in Jersey City because it is going to be the largest city here in the state of New Jersey within the next 3 years.
I came to Jersey City in 1993 to work as a full-time college professor, Department of Sociology and Anthropology. I'm currently the chairman of the department. And I've done a lot of work in Jersey City. I've developed research-funded projects for Christ Hospital. And one of them is the Jersey City Community AIDS Project. The hospital received $2.5 million from the federal government over a period of 5 years to reduce HIV/AIDS transmission among drug users in Jersey City.
Also, as a community leader, I've been serving as president of the Catholic Action of Mary, and so I help in building up the community and gathering all the Filipinos together and working together. We also formed a block association in Lower Court, and I've been elected as president of the block association. So I help bring the neighborhood together to foster camaraderie and to improve the quality of life in the neighborhood where we live in.
My contribution, and this is really the vision of both the mayor and council president Rolando Lavaro, it's developing this Office of Diversity and Inclusion, which works on naturalization and citizenship. And last week, I organized 100 new Americans to be naturalized at Liberty State Park with the mayor and council president, with the largest U.S. flag and fireboat with red, white, and blue fountain. And 75 of those new Americans were from Jersey City, and most of them were Filipino Americans. So that population that we're helping to naturalize, and we have an office to help them understand the process of becoming an American, and that should be what government should be doing, and that's how I should serve my community.
Of the Filipino adults living in Jersey City ages 25 years and above, 82% of them have at least a post-high school education, as compared to 47% of the total Jersey City population. The median household income was $65,361, and the median family income of $73,066 were much higher among the Filipinos, against $37,000 and $41,000 in the total Jersey City population. Participation of PhilAm in the 2015 census is very important, so we can have a very accurate data Therefore, the more Filipinos participate, the more we will be reported. Let us be counted, for we are going to be stronger and be a force in our community.
Today, Jersey City's social fabric is strong because Filipinos and other ethnic groups coexist respectfully as one multicultural metropolis. It would be hard to imagine Jersey City without Filipinos who are very much invested in its growth. We are proud to share our religious traditions, our culinary specialties, our friendly nature, our musical skills, our perseverance, our resourcefulness. The city is what it is, in part because we Filipinos make it our home, our life, and a benchmark for our children's future.
I think it's fair to say that the Filipino community has been a huge part of the growth in Jersey City. The entire West Side progress that we've seen has been largely attributed to the Filipino community. Small business owners, entrepreneurs, creating a real texture and fabric to Jersey City on the west side. And then when you look downtown, the Filipino community has been a huge part of the growth here. They were here before the development that started here, planting a flag, and I think the Jersey City larger community is grateful for that. You know, the Filipino community touches every aspect of business and professional life here in Jersey City. You touched on the council president. Obviously healthcare workers, huge component. There's a ton of entrepreneurs. If you look at where they are situated, they really are in every part of life here in Jersey City.